Here we are at a laundromat that used to be a laundromat that's been converted to a closed facility. And you see that it's at its full capacity for commercial laundry. All day, every day, he's rocking and rolling. So for those of you who say, why would I close my laundromat? This is a prime example. Commercial laundry, commercial, commercial, commercial.
We're standing here, as you all know, Randy Roberts again, because he's been the highlight of most of my videos, I believe. No, but if anybody, like Kelly said, you know, he had a laundromat. This laundromat that wasn't doing well. It wasn't in a very good area, but he closed it down, and now you can't even walk in here. Randy, tell me about your journey to get to this point.
Yeah, so it's been a fun journey. So I came into business with my cousin. With him owning a laundromat, it was making money. It was not making the amount of money that he wanted it to make for him. And so he brought me in and said, let's see if we can make this wash, dry, fold business into something. We came in. When we did that, we ultimately, this became so busy, the customers were getting in the way. First, we shut it down Monday to Friday. Then it got to the point where we had so much storage for items that we had to shut it down on the weekend as well. And so at this point, customers come to the door and it is a closed facility.
When I came here, what was it, a year and a half ago? Not all these washers were going. You didn't have this many people in here. This is just, you have how many team members do you have working on a day-to-day basis?
I think right now we're probably 8 or 9 on a daily basis, so that we're including the number of people in our first and second shift. We don't have a third shift at this point, but we have the ability to grow to that.
Yeah, and so now I come in here and I can hardly walk in this facility, and a truck just left with a big load. And believe me, when I walked in here, I had to climb over carts, and I was like, I can't go in here, Randy. Get the box truck loaded, then I'll come in here. I just can't believe how much you've grown here. How are you managing?
We play a game of Jenga every day now when we walk in here. So we've grown this facility. We are exceeding the capacity of this building currently, and we're underway, as you know, to kind of make some enhancements to our business to really continue to grow the business. Right now, it's tough to take on new customers because we have so much business out here that you'll see it's a game of Jenga just to get to some of the products, which obviously negatively affects productivity. When you're having to move something to get to something, we're suboptimal right now just because of the space that we currently have. We're going to solve that problem, as you know.
So the big surprise, I'm happy for you. You are moving to a new closed facility here.
Yeah, we're actually going to more than double the space that we currently have. And we're going to change out all the machinery that we currently have. We're talking with multiple companies right now, looking for what's going to be the best product for us. We think we're getting very close to making our finer vendor selections. And when I say vendor, we're looking for partners, as you talk about as well. So I think we're pretty close there. We're excited about this. You know, in the laundromat here, a couple people know this today, but it's underway. We've now started working on the drainage for the facility and the electric, getting improvements for electric so that we can handle the capacity that we currently are going to need. So we've got an ironer sitting, not on site yet, but we've got it. We bought it before you, and we got it installed and delivered after you because it's still not installed yet, just because of all the moving parts here. And as you can see, there's no place we could put it in this current facility. We would have been taking out dryers. We had to take out walls to have any chance to be able to get in here, and it just was counterproductive at this point.
As Kent Wells said, he used you as a guinea pig on the Fotex. In retrospect, he used me as well, indirectly. But this Fotex has been a game changer. You want to, so you are going to be taking this to the new facility, yeah. And are you going to have one Fotex? So one Fotex, yeah. And then you're going to have an ironer. Mm-hmm. And then do you know about the machine You were talking about getting Genius Series Continental washers, right?
Yeah.
I got those first. But
Just to clarify, you got them first, and there is a first for everything. That's you being first with something. But I think, we're taking a real hard look at those. It's a good probability we're going to end up in a very similar space that you are.
outstanding.
We're excited about it, and I think this is something that will help us become more productive. It will eliminate some of the staining challenges that we're having with our current infrastructure, even with the right chemicals, not having the right injection point for the chemicals, not having the right cycles for wash time, soak time, rewash, all of those types of things makes it a very difficult challenge. Conditioning, so we don't have to use as many dryers.
Yes.
Our capacity is going to significantly increase. I think we're going to end about 800 pounds of wash capacity. Right now in the current design, probably about 1,100 pounds of dry capacity. And in this facility here, we've got about 500 pounds of wash capacity. We just refixed our dryers again this week, and we're up to 565 dry capacity currently.
That's amazing. Now, the new facility, what's your capacity going to be there?
So we're going to end up, I think, right around 790, 800 pounds of wash capacity, and just under 1,200, 1,150, I think, ish for the dry capacity. And we're really looking to create a design where we go pocket to pocket. So I know that if machine 15 over here goes into, it'll be labeled probably dryer 15, so that the process becomes much more consistent through it.
Fluid.
You know, the person doing the work knows I'm going to go from point A to point B, so it eliminates options, and that's something my good friend Kyle Reynolds,
Yes,
out of
he has
Branson.
Taj Mahal out there.
Yeah, and he's helped Paul and myself kind of think through this while we were down in Nashville with you guys, and just some of our design things as we've went through this. So very excited about where we're going, what we're doing. It's very tough to pick up a new customer right now if they're any size and scope, just due to the physical space or limitations associated
You
with
need
the
some
space.
storage containers out here. When I walked in here, I was like, I can't go in this place. Are you kidding me? But I should have taken a video before we walked in here. You guys would be amazed. I just can't believe you're doing that much production out of this facility. And closing down a laundromat, this gives hope to a lot of people who have struggling laundromats out there. And this is another avenue they can take. Hey, take a risk. Go out here and get some commercial business, because I believe that's where the industry's going.
Yeah, we believe there's a huge market opportunity in the commercial space. We still do a fair amount of residential. We do a lot of residential. It doesn't compare in size and scope to our commercial business.
Less stops.
Less stops and larger loads is what we really kind of like. So with what we're doing today, I mean, do you see these large bins behind us? We may pick up 4 or 5 of those at 2 stops. So we bring those back, and then the team's got a couple days worth of work to get all of this stuff done, and then we take it back. So we schedule it appropriately as well. We don't necessarily declare we're going to return it the next day. We give ourselves a day to work it, a day to pick it up, and a day to deliver it. So it almost looks like a 24-hour or 2-day turnaround on it.
Let's talk about storage. Are you going to have storage in this new place? Because you are limited here. I mean, but the first time I came down here a year and a half ago, you really didn't. There wasn't a concern of storage, because you didn't have many customers. Now you are just slammed. So, in this new place, are you going to have a lot of storage?
Yes, we're going to have a dedicated inbound space where we're going to take everything that comes into the door. We're going to have storage on the wall. We're going to have the ability to stage carts in front of those, prepare it to go into the wash cycle. And then on the outbound side, we're going to have, we're concerned about space currently in the new space as well. So we're going to actually put our offices up on top, and we're going to have storage underneath those for all of our carts and shelving system.
This is Randy's office right now. What a nice office.
I don't have an office. That's the whole problem.
Let's talk injection, chemical injection. I have a lot of people asking me what injection system I'm going with, and I had the luxury of talking to you and letting you be the guinea pig on the injection system. You've hooked me up with some guys, but mine's a little bit different than this.
Here they go,
but
right now.
Here you go. So tell us a little bit about what this is doing and why.
Sure. So what's happening is these pumps are pumping the chemicals up. They're measuring them at the amount for each specific entity. So each component. So we have softeners in here. We have bleaches in here. We have 5 different chemicals that we can pull from, and these pumps are actually going to pump it up through here, and then what will happen is the system will clean it out by putting water through it so that you don't have those components sitting in on your precious seals, pumps, all of those things to deteriorate them quickly. Now, the great news is you got to learn from what I did, and we're doing an air system, or a more robust system at your facility than what we currently have here. This was kind of an early learning, so these are great. This is a great system that we have here. The products that we're putting through it are fantastic, but what you're going to be doing is a whole nother level. So I'm excited to get down there and see what's going to go on with you here over the next week.
Yeah, that's fine. But I want to ask you about this. So this UNX.
Yep.
So everything you put in the washer, it has its own program, and you can program it from your injection system, correct?
Yeah. So we have, I believe, 15 different mixtures, I'll call them, formulas that we can put in with the different products. So we have a rewash product, we have a linen product, we have a bar mop product, we have a towel product, we've got a comforter. We've got different materials that we do, and we have different mixtures based upon how those come in and how aggressive we need to be with them.
So the beautiful thing is you do not have to be a chemist if you have an injection system.
100%.
So that's the big fear a lot of people have getting into the commercial space. If they have injection, they don't have to worry about the actual chemistry makeup, because the people you line yourself up with, the partners you have in the system, come in, dial in the system exactly the way you want it for every product that you're washing or garment you're washing, and it gives it the perfect wash.
Correct.
And leaves the pH
neutral. Yeah. So 100%. So with these, I don't know what we'd be doing without these at this point, because the chemical overpours that we were encountering in the beginning of this process, it was embarrassing. It really was. So we've got control over it. The team hits a button on the top of the machines, because our machines in the current state don't have the capabilities like the new ones you just got, where you can program it in the machine. So it's a manual injection. So we're hitting a button on top of the machine with a number on it. Then we start the machine, and based upon us starting the machine and the number, it says, does it need to be hot, cold? What's the temperature for the water? How much chemicals are we going to put in? And again, you just heard the process complete for one of the machines that was just started up.
Outstanding. When getting into the laundry facility, commercial aspect, especially a commercial aspect of things, you have to have carts. Why are carts so important, Randy? You want to go through the cart sizes and what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
You have the standard cart for laundry. You see these. And then you come over here, and Randy's got these large carts, and then he's got these little
16 bushel.
Yes, 16 bushel.
Yeah.
Tell us about your carts and why.
Sure. So as we did this, what we found out early with some of our customers, and we do a lot of hospitality type businesses, we had a hospitality customer that we were bagging items for. And we were spending 15 to 20 minutes on site if they weren't putting things in bags. So we worked with the customer, we worked to train the customer. They weren't very effective in the training that we were trying to get them to do, and they're a good customer. This is actually one of their bins, so this is one of the first ones we originally purchased. What we like about this is a 16 bushel cart. This cart here, what we like about these is we can use them in our cargo vans with the ramp, so we do not have to have a box truck. For the larger loads that we do, we now have hospital style bins, and these bins enable us to haul up to 700 pounds each. These bins here, we can easily put 300 pounds in these. So we can get a lot in them, but we can't get as much as what we can get in these hospital style carts. So with the small ones, roll them up and down a ramp, it gives us flexibility. We don't have to run the biggest truck all the time. We can run the biggest truck for our biggest stops and then go down to a smaller style. But these go in the box truck as well. So what we found is the savings on the front end at the customer premise, that's not as important as the benefit to ourselves once we get it here. We're not having to take things out of bags for larger loads. We're able to pull it directly out of the bin, take it directly to the washers, saving a lot of time in processing and separating items, those types of things. And also it's easier on the individuals because they're not lifting and pulling bags all around. They're taking smaller loads out of these carts and putting them into the appropriate machinery.
I would love to go tour your box trucks, but
It's at the other facility.
Yeah.
We'll be glad to take you through that if you would like. Who had one of those first?
I have no idea.
Okay,
I'll plead the
I'll
fifth on
confirm
that
for
one.
you.
Okay.
I'll confirm it. You were second. You were first loser, also
Yeah,
known as second.
Well, let's talk to people like Kyle Reynolds. How many does he have?
I'm a big loser
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I think Kyle Reynolds has what? How many box trucks does he have?
At least three. At least
Exactly.
three. I'm just comparing him. I'm comparing between us. I'm never going to compare with him.
You'll catch up someday, I hope.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one.
A good mood today.
We're going
I had to get up at 3 o'clock.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay.
I'm not
What do
happy
you want
about
us
that
to
either.
do? Okay. So here we are, Randy, at your closed facility. Could you take a tour with me?
Yep, let's take a tour. So on this side, we have all of our inbound items, which are typically dirty, but we're so busy currently that anything bagged like this is complete and clean at this point. So you see we continue to have items that are being worked in various states of process.
Okay.
So these are getting ready to be loaded into the machine. We're going to play Jenga right now. And part of the game of Jenga is we have to move some of the items to get through to the other side. And we're going to wait till she
that's a
gets
good
done
problem.
here. It's a good problem. So it's a great problem to have. We're very fortunate to be this busy. So the injection machines, you can see both of those. They're actively working. We're not. This one here sounds like it just kicked off from not being loaded. But then we've got the switches on top, which we program. You hit a number on top. The numbers correspond to on the wall there, which are the various chemical compositions that we have. You push a number, hit the button, the machine starts.
And then we're traveling to the rear of
This is the back.
his facility.
Yep. So with the current machinery, we have to do a little bit of pre-treatment for some aggressive staining. So the team's got a couple items on the counter here where they're actively working them to get the staining to make sure that we can return those to the customer as a good product when we're done.
All right. So your new machines can't come soon enough.
They cannot come soon enough. So let's go ahead and
All
head
right.
back towards the front here.
Go ahead.
So these are a bunch of table linens that we've got going on from one of our customers.
And I can see they're not overstuffed and they're able to.
They should be flopping. That one looks like it's sucked towards the front a little bit, but so they're all running. They're all drying. We'll pull them out. These could be a lot of napkins in there too. But
True.
so we'll take them and pull them out. We'll inspect them. We'll run them through the machine here. That, as you can see right now, you can't really get to our machine. because
And I
of the
see you
parts.
have your trusty Voltex
Then
here.
the full Texas here, and this thing here, when we get everything out, get it to the state, obviously this thing's going to be running a fair amount today.
True.
So that'll be the final step. So this is Randy. I'm surrounded by two Kellys, and one of them's taken off already because she doesn't want to be in this. She's a strong part of our team here, and I want you to talk about what does a day in the life look like here working in our closed facility. What are some of the things you're doing? And you're doing some extra things here too right now. So we've got some large customers that have some special needs, and tell us some of the things we're doing while we're trying to get to a state where our equipment can do more of the work for us.
Coming in a day at the laundromat of
Over here, not at the
over
other.
here at Courtright
Yeah.
is coming in, get prepping everything, making sure that we get our comforters, making sure we're pre-treating them right now, doing lots of scrubbing, making sure that they go back perfect the way they want them, and stop.
No, you don't have to say that.
You're doing great.
No,
I'm
this is fine.
not.
This is fine. This is good.
Keeping it in.
So, he'll cut it. He'll cut it.
okay,
It's going to be
thank
fine.
you.
So,
He'll cut it.
so
I can't breathe. Okay.
no, it's fine. You're doing
Okay.
fine. You just got to take
Because
a
I
breath.
know I do
Here,
more
I'll
than
stand
that, and I
over
can't
here.
breathe.
That's
Okay.
fine. So let's talk about, so that is a lot of what you're doing. And I know we're
Yeah.
asking you to do some extra things right now
Yeah.
because some of the machinery and injection capabilities with our existing equipment is creating a little bit of a challenge for us. So you're helping us manage those customers with what I'll call, it's a white glove service, what you're doing. You're giving them
Yes.
extra treatment to make sure that their products come out great.
Yes.
So talk about some of the pre-stain things. What are we doing? How are we doing it? what's the reason that we're doing it, right? Because it's
Yep.
not coming out
'Cause
without
it's
it,
not
right?
yeah, it's not coming out without it. We're putting them up on the table, scrubbing them down, putting a soap on it first, putting water, soap, and using another strong chemical just to make sure everything comes out. We want it coming out perfect. We want it coming out looking great, like it's brand new.
Yeah. And what are we doing with the product that doesn't turn out good? We're taking it and what are we doing with that product?
We're holding it to the side, and then we'll pull it out later, wash it, pre-treat it again, pull it back until it comes out looking just like the one that came out looking perfect. Until
Right.
it looks good.
Right.
We just put it aside for a minute, and then when we get everything else done, we pull them back out and start over again, like day one.
Yep.
Like we just got it.
So you helped dig us out of a hole. We got ourselves in a hole a while back, and you were spending an exorbitant amount of you still spend a lot of your day doing this, and I am thankful for that, as is the customer. But what I will say is the amount of time that it's taken you to do the work, we've really kind of put a focus on that here recently. And how do you feel about that, other than Randy's pushy and quit coming in here and bothering me and all the other things?
No, I like it. Before it was taken forever, but now it's become a challenge. Like, I love it when it comes out perfect. I love it. I want to see that stain so I know I can get it out.
Yep.
Now I know I can get any stain that comes in here out.
And so, but the amount of time that it's taking you now is what I'm most pleased about, as we talked about the cost model, what this customer pays for each one of the products,
Yep.
how much time pre-work it's taking, how much wash time it's taking, how much full time. And Kelly is like me, she's not a math person.
Nope. But I'm trying to get up to 15. I'm trying to get up from right now. I was a week and a half ago. I was between 7 to 9, and now I'm up to at least 12 to 14.
Okay, so 12 or
In an
14
hour.
of these products in an hour, which that makes it much more profitable for us. Obviously, we're a for-profit business. We want to make sure we're giving the customer what they want, but we're not taking a bath to go do it. So all the work you're doing there, we all greatly
Yes,
appreciate it, and
yes.
it's critical to our success.
Yes.
So let's not talk about comforters, because I know you don't
Okay.
want to just talk about comforters for the rest of your life, because you are living in that world right now. So what are some of the other things you're doing in the process? So let's talk about what you're doing to check the customers out at the end of the process. So take us through what you do there.
I come up, print out their tickets, put their stuff, weigh it, print their ticket, put it on the shelf that it goes on, and then make sure that the driver, write it in the book, mark it down in the book, how much it weighed, and then make sure that for the driver, for the next person that gets it.
So do you know why we use the book?
Yeah, so we know that the customers, the weight and everything matches up.
Yeah.
So the weight, everything's what that came in's going out.
Yeah. So it's a double check point, right? So we have the system that tells us, but if we run into a problem, internally I call it the Bible, right? It's just, that's our Bible. Anything that comes in, it has to go through the Bible, because that's the documentation point that everything touches in the business, that we can go back and validate it. So when things come in, I know you check everything in, because you do it just like that at Whitehall,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then you come over here, it's the same process, only you're not getting the customer to exchange money because they prepay.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you don't see the customer one-on-one here.
Yeah.
You get their laundry.
Yeah.
But
So what else do you want to tell the world about Kelly?
when I'm nervous, I'm sorry.
It's Kelly, we are proud to have you as a part of the team. You know
Thank
that.
you.
You are a part of this team going forward. We're excited for you, and we're going to continue to grow together, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
We are. Thank you.
And I do want to say one thing. Each time I have been to your facility, all of your team, when we come in, they're having fun together. They get along. It's a great atmosphere. So
Thank you.
it's because of you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So now we've taken you on a tour of Randy's closed facility that used to be a laundromat. If you guys have any questions, please link them below, and please like and subscribe.